Students, I have heard many times that many of you are worried that you are very small. You are not growing up. But that is not the thing. Size does not matter. But the fact is that many small things are also important in our life. As you can see, there are many things that are small and useful. Can you name some of them? See, here is a needle. It is used for sewing the clothes. Can we use a sword for sewing the clothes? No, it will make big holes in the cloth and it will not put the cloth together, but it will disintegrate it. This is another thing that you use. What are these? Yes, these are small clips. What do you use them for? Yes, they are used on the line on which you put your clothes so that they don't fly away. See, these are buttons. Although they are so small, but they hold your shirt, skirt, everything together. Otherwise, they may fall down or they may open. So, these small things are also important. Any other guesses? Yes, this is the key. Although your house may be very big, but this small key allows you to go into that house. If this key is not there, the lock will not open. You cannot enter your house. Another small thing is the safety pin. Yes, this also helps to keep your clothes intact. This is very small. If it is very big, it will not look good. So, it is small and useful thing. Now, today we are going to take a lesson from the book Marigold 3. The name of the lesson is A Little Fish Story. So, this story is also about a small fish who is worried that he is very small and he wants to be big. Let's see how this story moves forward. So, the name of the story is A Little Fish Story. I am reading it. Please follow it. There are a great many million fish in the seas, but this story is about just one of them, and a very small one at that. Now, this little fish had everything in the seas to make him contented, but he was not happy. You will laugh when I tell you why he was not happy. He was unhappy because he was so very small. It is very hard to be such a little mite of a fish, he would say over and over again. If I were only larger, how much happier I could be. And he said it so many times that I think he believed it. One day, he was swimming along with the rest of his school and thinking, no doubt, how much more the larger fish had to be thankful for than he, when suddenly, with no warning, they were found themselves in the meshes of a great net. There was much floundering and splashing as the net was drawn up out of the water into the sunlight, and just as its howl was being emptied into the boat, the smallest fish in the school wriggled through the mesh and slipped back into the cool, clear water. How good it felt! He swam here and there and everywhere, and some of the fish who knew him well all the rest of his life said that they never again heard him say that he wished to be anything but a little fish. So this was the story, and it has been written by Enos B. Comstock. Who is the author of this story? Enos B. Comstock. So I'll just sum up the story for you. So you can see that this fish was very unhappy. Why was he unhappy? Because he was very, very small. So here it is written, so very small. So means he was very, very small. That is to put emphasis on small. And he was very unhappy because of that. He always wanted to be big. Then one day what happened? They were all swimming. Here there is a word called written school. What do you mean by school? School is used for a group of fish. It's called a school. There was no warning. Nobody knew what happened, and suddenly they were caught in a net. It is written meshes of a great net. So you can see the picture here. The fish were caught and they were being hauled or dragged into a boat. So there was much floundering, as you know, if you catch a fish, and then as the net was being hauled, what happened in between? Because of the size, our small fish, it could jumped back into the clear water, and he felt a great relief that he was not caught and killed. So this was the story, and as I've already told you, it was written by Enos B. Comstock. Now let's have a look at the new words in the story. So these are the new words. We'll take them one by one. The first word is million. Please repeat it after me. Million. Okay, and what is the meaning of million? Million actually is a number. Okay, and in Indian number system it will be 10 lakh. But in this story, million means many. Million means many. So you cannot count fish in any pond or any lake or any ocean. So it was written million fish means there were many fish. So can we make a sentence with this word million? So this is a sentence that I have heard. I have heard this rhyme a million times. So you not say that you had heard this rhyme a million times means 10 lakh times, but you are saying that I have heard this rhyme many times. Okay. The next word is floundering. Say it after me. Floundering. So what is the meaning of floundering? It is to struggle in water. When you want to do something in water, there is lot of splashing and all. That act is called floundering. Okay. And let's make a sentence with this. So this is a sentence that I had made. The fish was floundering in the net. We had seen this in the story that the fish, when they were caught in the net, they were floundering. The next word is meshes. This I had explained to you. Repeat it after me. Meshes. So this is the meaning of meshes. A network or wire of thread to catch something. So it is a network of wires or thread to catch something. Let's make a sentence with this. The sentence that I have made is, I have made a mesh of wires to catch fish. I don't know how many of you do this. Have you ever gone to catch fish? You can make a mesh with thread and use it to catch fish. But be careful, you should not go alone. You should always go with your elders or parents. Okay. The next word is howl. Repeat it after me. Howl. What is the meaning of howl? To pull with great effort. So those who had put the net, they howled it or they pulled it with great effort because there was a lot of fish in it. So this is the sentence that I have made. Okay. I had to howl my cycle when it got punctured. Have you ever done that? Okay. What happens? You might be all using a cycle, riding a cycle, and whenever it gets punctured, you cannot ride it. You have to howl it. That is, pull it with great effort to take it to the person who repairs your puncture. Okay. The next word is contented. Repeat it after me. Contented. And what is the meaning of it? Satisfied. Yes, satisfied. In the end, you can see that the fish was contented. Okay. And I have made this sentence. You can read this sentence. My teacher was contented with the project I made. Okay, whenever you do your homework or your project properly or nicely, your teacher will be contented, she will be happy, she will be satisfied, and she may give a good to you also. Now these are the next set of words. The first word is splashing. Please repeat it after me. Splashing. This is something that we all like to do, isn't it? What is splashing? Splashing is the sound made by falling water, and you also like splashing water. Whenever you go near water, you splash water, you like that sound, isn't it? So this is the sentence that I made, and I splashed cold water on my face. So whenever you're coming out from outside home, you like cold water being splashed on your face, isn't it? The next word is emptied. Please repeat it after me. Emptied. And what is the meaning? to remove contents from something. Okay, the meaning is to remove contents from something. So when something is filled, you go back, whenever you go back from school, you have to empty your bag, you have to take out your tiffin, your bottle and give it to your mother so that it can be washed and used again. So when you take out something from your bag, it's called emptied. Okay, so these are the next set of words. The first word is splashing. Please repeat it after me, splashing. So you might all like this, we all like this. What is splashing? When you splash water on something. So it is the sound made by a falling liquid. So it is the sound made by a falling liquid. What is this? So whenever you are near water, you all like splashing water. You pick water, put it on somebody else, put it on yourself, that is splashing. So the sentence that I have made is, I splashed cold water on my face. So this is what something that you do when you come back home, you splash cold water on your face. So I splashed cold water on my face. The next word is emptied. What is the word? Emptied. And what is the meaning of it? To remove contents from something. So it is something that you have, suppose you have a bag and you want to take out something from it. This is something that you do after you reach home. You take out your tiffin, your bottle and give it to your mother for washing for the next day. So you emptied your bag. So this is the sentence that I have made. He emptied his bag to find his pencil. He emptied his bag to find his pencil. The next word is wriggled. What is the word? Please repeat it after me. Wriggled. And what is the meaning? The twist and turn movement. So this is the movement that the fish makes when you suddenly strike it on the aquarium. Suppose you have an aquarium or you go to an aquarium and you see fish. Suppose you touch the glass, it will wriggle, it will twist and turn. So that is the movement. Okay, and the sentence that I have made is, she wriggled while dancing. So she twisted and turned, that is the meaning. So she wriggled while dancing. The next word is warning. What is the word? Warning. What is warning? Might have got many warnings. So the warning is an advance notice to be careful. So it's an advance notice to be careful. Your father and mother might have warned you that you should not go and talk to strangers. Okay, so it's an advance notice to be careful. You should not do that. The sentence that I have made is, the alarm clock was a warning against flood. The alarm clock. Alarm clock बोल रहा हूँ. The alarm was a warning against flood. So the next word is warning. Please repeat it after me. Warning. And the meaning of it is an advance notice to be careful. So it's a notice, it's something that your elders say or tell you that you do not fall into any trouble. Okay, like they may be telling you that you should not talk to strangers or not go to dangerous places alone. So the sentence that I have made is, the alarm was a warning against flood. So those of you who are staying near places where there can be flood, government has put alarm. It rings before the flood is there. So the sentence is, the alarm was a warning against flood. So now let's move on to the question answers in the lesson. So the first question, how many fish are there in the sea? So let's go and see in the book where is the lesson. So in the first sentence it is written, there are a great many million fish in the seas. The next question is, why was the little fish unhappy? So you'll find it in the text. Where is the answer? So he was not contented. Why he was not contented? He was unhappy because he was so very small. So here I had already told you, so word is used so as to emphasize small. So the answer is, he was unhappy because he was very small. Let's go on to the next question. What happened to the fish one day? Let's try to find the answer. What happened to the fish one day? One day the fishes got caught in the meshes of a great net. Let's go on to the next question. Why was the fish thankful to be a little fish? Answer is not there directly in our lesson, but can you tell students, I had already explained why was the fish happy? Because the fish was thankful to be a little fish as he could slip back into the water because of its size. So it was happy to be a little because it could slip back into the water because of its size. Now let us revise these answers, students. So this is the first question. How many fish are there in the sea? So the first answer that we had discussed, this is the answer. There are a million fish in the sea. So the answer is there are a million fish in the sea. What is the next question? Why was the little fish unhappy? So we have discussed this answer. Let's try. What is the answer? Why was the little fish unhappy? The little fish was unhappy because he was very small. This was his great unhappiness, that he was small in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning of the story he was unhappy because of it. So the little fish was unhappy because he was very small. The next question is, what happened to the fish one day? So this is the answer. One day the fish got caught in the meshes of a great net. One day the fish got caught in the meshes of a great net. Next question is, why was the fish thankful to be a little fish? Now earlier he was unhappy, now he is thankful because he is small. So this is what has happened. The fish was thankful to be a little fish as he was able to come out of the meshes of the net because of its small size. So the answer I will repeat again. The fish was thankful to be a little fish as he was able to come out of the meshes of the net because of its small size. So after the question answers, here is another question that you have to answer on your own. See the question. Imagine you are a little fish. Describe what you might see around you. So students, many of you might have aquarium in your home. What are there in the what do you put in the aquarium? There may be other fishes. If you are a fish in the aquarium, what you will see? You will see other fishes. If you are in a pond, you can see seaweeds, you can see crocodiles. If you are an ocean, then you can see say whales and then sharks and all such things. But nowadays what is happening is, fishes are not seeing all this only. They are seeing things like plastics. Okay, plastics we are using in everything, and these plastics, what happen is they are washed away into the water, rivers and oceans, and they are very dangerous for these sea creatures. So another thing that is causing danger is pesticides. Pesticides and insecticides are used to kill the pests that are there in the crops. But what happens is they are washed away into the soil due to rain, and then it is with the rainwater it reaches the rivers, the oceans, and it pollutes the water in the oceans. It is dangerous for these sea creatures, fish. Another thing is detergents. We are using many detergents to wash our clothes, and these are washed away into the drains, and these drains later meet the rivers and they cause water pollution. Another thing is oil. Yes, with the increase in trade, big ships are moving in the ocean, big boats are moving in the ocean. All these are using petrol, diesel and other oil products, petroleum products. What happens is, when these are running, a bit of oil, might be more also, it gets dissolved in the water, and then these cause water pollution and it is harmful for our sea creatures. Another thing is chemicals. We are using lot of chemicals nowadays. All these industries, they wash away these chemicals from these chemical waste, industrial waste, into the rivers and waters, and it again causes pollution. Another thing is sewage. Yes, our sewage water is also reaching these water bodies of us, the water, the rivers, the seas, the lakes and all these things, and they are getting polluted. Let's move ahead. Let's go on to the next exercise. So this is word building. Okay, so the question is, look at the pattern and fill in the blanks. The first one has been done for you. So what is the pattern? Catch is there. Okay, what is catch? We all like catching balls. Yes, catch is when you catch something, when you hold something that is coming towards you. And here it is written caught. What is caught? It is the past tense of catch. So there are two types of verbs, regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs can be converted into past tense by just adding a ed at the last. Suppose you put a ed at the end, it will become past tense. But certain verbs are irregular verbs where each and every verb has its own different way of making past tense, which you have to learn. So this is one of those irregular verbs. Catch is caught. Next one word is swim. So here you can see a boy is coming swimming. Okay, what is swimming? It is moving in the water, and the past tense, this is again an irregular verb. So past tense of swim is swam. Now the next word is buy. So buy, what is buy? Buy is when you give money to get something. Okay, you give money to the shopkeeper and he gives you the product, the goods, the chocolates you want. So this is buy. And what is the past tense of buy? Bought. This is the past tense of buy. Past tense of buy is bought. What is teach? Yes, this is something that I am doing. This is something that your teacher does. Teach means to teach the students, to tell something to the students. So I am telling you this lesson, I am teaching you this lesson. And what is the past tense of teach? It's again an irregular verb. So it is taught. It is taught. The next word is content. What is content? See, here is a picture. What can you understand from this picture? See, the boy has a filled tummy, his stomach is full and he is happy. So he wants no more food. He does not want anything more. So he is content. And content means satisfied. This is something you have already read in the meanings. Satisfied. You don't want more. And what this is a regular verb. And how do you make past tense of regular verb? Just by putting an ed at the end of it. So you put an ed and it becomes contented. So the past tense of content is contented. The next word is wished. Again, this is a regular verb, and wish is what is this boy thinking? See, he is wishing that he should have a remote car. Okay, you also might be thinking that I wish I had a remote car. My friends are having remote car. So the past tense of wish is you put a ed at the end, so it becomes wished. This is the past tense of wish, wished. What is see? See is when you look for something through your eyes, see. Okay, and this boy you can see is trying to see something. This is an irregular verb and the past tense is saw. You cannot put ed at the end, you have to write saw, past tense. This is the past tense. Past tense of see is saw. What is fight? You all know what is fight. This is something that you should not do. Fight is when you hurt somebody that whom you don't like. So these two boys are fighting. Okay, and the past tense of fight is fought. This is again an irregular verb. Past tense of fight is fought. Let's go on to the next exercise. The next exercise is fill in the blanks with the right word from the box. Okay, so these are all, say first one is a glass of dash, a box of dash, a sheet of dash. But the next one you can see a bunch of dash, a herd of dash and a pack of dash. So the next three words are groups. So when you have groups, you have a particular word. As I told you, group of fish, what is it called? It's called a school of fish. What is your group called? A group of students is called a class. Now let's do this exercise. The first one is a glass of water. That is something that can come here. Paper cannot come, flowers cannot come, water can come. So this is a glass of water. The next one, a box of what will come? Yes, you're right, matches. A box of matches. This is something that you use for lighting candles. Okay. The next word is a sheet of, what can it be? You have used water and matches. Can there be a sheet of flowers? No. Cows, wolves? No, it will be a sheet of paper. Yes. So there is a sheet of paper. Next word is a bunch of. What can be a bunch of? Yes, you are right. Flowers. We all like flowers. We like when somebody gives us a bunch of flowers. So there is more than one flower, that's why it's called a bunch of flowers. And when there are more than one cow, what do we call it? We call it a herd of cows. So these are, see, there are many cows. When there is a group of cows, we call it a herd of cows. And the next one, the only one left is wolves. So a group of wolves is called a pack of wolves. So these are wolves, and when wolves are together, we call them a pack of wolves. Let's go on to the next exercise. So the next exercise is a hilarious passage. It's about two friends talking to each other. So the passage goes like this: singing or crying. Mahesh sings a little song. Just understand what is Mahesh doing. Mahesh sings a little song. Venkatesh looks at him. Venkatesh may be his friend. Venkatesh looks at him. He asks, "Why are you crying, Mahesh?" He asks. So Venkatesh asks, "Why are you crying?" What was Mahesh actually doing? Mahesh was singing, but Venkatesh, he was singing so badly that he was thinking that he is crying. So Mahesh says, "I am not crying. I am singing an English song." So I hope you all also sing. Please sing properly. We should all sing. Singing is very good for our body. It rejuvenates us. It relaxes us. So let's do the exercise from this lesson. It is written, choose the right word. So what you have to do is you have to read this passage and then you have to answer these questions. So first one is, Mahesh sings a dash song. So you have two options, long and little. So you'll see from the passage it's written Mahesh sings a little song. So where do we put the tick? We'll put a tick on little and we'll write here little. Yes, that is the correct answer. Mahesh sings a little song. The next sentence is Venkatesh dash at him. The options are looks and shouts. Let's go back to the passage to see the second line. Venkatesh looks at him. So you'll put a tick at looks and you'll write there looks. Let's go on to the next sentence. Venkatesh thinks Mahesh is dash. The options are crying and laughing. So we already discussed what was Venkatesh thinking Mahesh is doing. He asks, "Why are you crying?" Yes, so we'll put a tick on crying and we'll write there crying. The next sentence is Mahesh is dash a song. The options are singing and saying. So what was Mahesh doing? In the last sentence he is saying, "I am singing an English song." So we'll put a tick on singing and we'll again write there singing. Last sentence is the song is in dash. So what was the language? Was it Telugu or English? It is written, "I am singing an English song." So what we will do? You will put a tick on English. You will write there English. So students, I hope you enjoyed this lesson and I also hope that you will not worry due to your size. Each and every person has his own importance, like the fish understood in the end. I hope you might have also understood, and again we'll meet in another lesson. Thank you and have a wonderful day.